Hi, this is Dissb. This is footage of my Prestige 8 Warlock Mage wearing P3 and P4 armor and weapons. I just finished buying all the gear and equipping my runes. I'm pretty much using the exact same runes as I was prior when I was wearing Prestige 1 and 2 gear. When I compare my stats between my Prestige 1 and 2 gear, I notice a pretty big jump. I am fully buffed right now, meaning I do have 5 stacks of Pillaging Stone, Assyrian Vitality, Bloodthirsty, Mighty Enduring Vial, and Gravemaker Stake. So I'm sitting at about 7,800 hit points with a chance to proc my Rolling Storm Source, which will add another 500. So I'll be at about 8,300 hit points when I'm being attacked. Feel pretty comfortable sitting at those levels considering I cannot use potions or any item enhancements to my armors or weapon. I'm running 45 Warlock, 0 Archon, 21 Archmage, and the first thing I want to do is refresh my Pillaging Stone. So that's going to be the first thing I'm going to look for to cast. It's currently at 2 minutes and change. So as I jump down here, I'm going to attempt to cast Pillaging Stone, which gets interrupted, which procs my double tap. And I'm trying to cast double tap, but I must be out of range. And then the next thing I know, I have this rogue, so I'm going to start extending him back, cast Mass Fear. He slips away, and I'm not really sure where he is. Either way, I look pretty safe here. I'm at full health, and we're working on this warrior. It's about 5-1, so I'd like to take this moment to explain how double tap works. When I first trained in it, I thought it was an absolute waste of 5 points. And I'm starting to realize it's not such a bad ability. It's the second tier up in the Archmage tree. 5 trainings will give you, whenever one of your spells are interrupted, you get a 100% chance to cast it instantly. So the way I use it is, when a target is focused on me, I dot him up, I start casting Pillaging Stone, I expect him to interrupt me, which allows me to cast another Pillaging Stone instantly. So when you're playing your P3, P4 mage, what you really want to focus on is just playing as a backline mage, DPS, and just help out your healers. Here we have a Riftstalker Nightblade. It's pretty good. It's hard to kill. I'm going to try to cast Degeneration to strip off his important buffs. He's going to turn on me, and I've got a few dots on him. He's close to near death. I've got full health, so I'm not going to kite him back too far away from my ally, but I am going to try to kite him away from the edge of the cliff so he can't receive heals from his healers. As I look at my raid frames, I notice half the team is dead. They actually just respawned right now. And looking on the mini-map, I only see 2 other people here at the Codex, so I gotta be a little careful. And all of a sudden, you see I start taking a lot of damage from these rogues. They proc my Hasten Withdrawal, which you see I'm running extremely fast. And I pop my Nedra's Essence first, before Shadow Life, because I had multiple rogues on me when I had panned my camera. And then I pop my Shadow Life. As I run back to my teammates, I find a safe spot, and I cast Reconstruct to regain some health. Looks like they have 3 out of the 4 flags, which means we're probably gonna get farmed here. As I take a quick glance at the map, I notice there's 4 people headed to the Codex, while the rest of our team is here. Now I can tell you already that those guys are going to end up dying at the Codex against all those rogues. So we're already 3 short if you look at raid frames. Now as we attack the Codex, I see there's that Riftstalker Nightblade that's attacking him. Just going to dot him up, see a few more rogues behind him. And this guy just, it's unbelievable how powerful the Riftstalker Nightblades are. Also, when I pan my camera, I noticed there were 3 Defiant headed towards the flag from the vault. Just gonna ignore those guys, and I'm gonna try to kill this guy here. I've got plenty of dots on him. I've procced several opportunities. I still have my finishers available. I'm gonna jump down and Dark Fury, and I get my first kill. I have to be somewhat careful here since I jumped down. I am the only one down here, so I'm going to start pulling back until I notice my teammates jump down. Looks like we're going to focus on this caster, but he sort of goes out of range, and I want to be a little careful, so I'm going to back up. I have one other teammate with me, and he's working on this guy, and I'm going to work on him too. And together we're able to take him down. Whenever you have a chance, it's a good habit to always check your map as well as your raid frames. I noticed that there are Defiant attacking at our flag, and I'm going to head down there and help my allies. I'm going to work on this rogue here who has a tendency to always attack me. Here he goes again. I've got 4 dots on him. I'm going to cast Mass Fear, and it creates just enough distance, as you can see there. I'm going to try to reconstruct. He's going to pop me, which is fine. I'm just going to run back towards my teammates so my teammates can help DPS him down. When I see these 2 warriors, I want to get away from the rest of my teammates like I did. Looks like these guys are going to die pretty easily, and hey, there's a red ball, so I'm just going to pick that up after I kill this guy. I was able to get the kill, so I'm going to sacrifice life for mana, while my Bloodthirsty heals me back to full. Now I got the power ball and 4 teammates ahead of us. Looks like we're going to try to take the flag. Looking at the scoreboard, not bad. I'm doing 58,000 damage with 2 kills, a 3rd in DPS. I'm going to try to attack this rogue, but he appears to have gone link dead. I think at this point in the war front, the morale of our team is pretty low as no one's really engaging. I'm just going to sit back here and see if I can kill this Chloro. It's also just monitoring my damage. I also want to pan my camera because I noticed they just took our flag. So it's possible they could be rolling up behind us. And eventually this warrior comes up and just going to try to kite him away from the cliff. And I noticed someone just rode right by me. I'm going to try to extend... Oh gosh, it's Crumb again. I'm going to try to extend him away from possible healing. I'm going to cast Mass Fear. They both break it somehow, but I think I'm safe. I've got both my lifesavers. And I make a mistake and I forget that I'm wearing P3, P4 armor. I should have casted my Nedra's Essence and Shadow Life there. I didn't realize they could take me down that fast, but they did. I'm not really sure if I would have lived through that because I was going to head back towards the statue and there were Defiant there as well. It's pretty clear in this war front we're overmatched. And even though I do top the charts in DPS, a lot of it is just fluff damage from my dots. But I'm really not making an impact that I would have liked to. Sometimes there's just nothing you can do except move on and re-queue like I am after this. But as I review what's going on here, and the thing that I think a lot of you can learn from this video is I think I show pretty good overall awareness of what's going on and digesting all the information and realizing where most of our opponents are and where our allies are and exactly what's going on. I mean, yes, it was pretty easy since most of the fight was at Codex and Statue. I invite you guys to watch my next video. It's the reason why I actually took 2 video clips, because this one doesn't really depict much. Once again, this is Dissb. This is footage of my Prestige 8 Warlock Mage wearing Prestige 3 and 4 gear. Thanks for watching.